What if I told you you can free yourself from sugar? Free yourself from thinking you're overweight, setting a goal in mind that is not important, but understanding the mindset of being healthy and applying it to what you're doing right now. Everything we do, we need to think before we do it. Everything. It doesn't matter what we do. We need to think. It's when we stop thinking, that's when we become complacent. Mistakes happen, and that's where God reminds you, okay, here comes a test. You're getting lazy. You're slacking off. Now I'm going to remind you. And He will. There will always be a test. No matter how brilliant you think you can become, you're always going to have a test. Face it head on. And your biggest competitor is you. You compete with yourself. You beat yourself up. You talk poorly about yourself. You do these things. No one has to do it for you. You think people are insulting you. You think people are laughing at you. No, you're laughing at you. You're insulting you. You're doing all of it yourself. I used to do it myself. I've struggled with it. I struggle every day. It's a constant battle. We're all battling. We are trying to understand ourselves. You got to spend a lot of time with yourself. So I spend a lot of time in isolation. I don't go out much in public because I'm trying to get comfortable with myself. I'm trying to understand myself more. I even talk to myself. I even jot notes about myself because to be successful, you got to know what you want. And to know what you want, take away all the noise, all the distractions, the television, social media, all of it. Sit with your thoughts and journal or talk, record them. But if you're like telling yourself on a regular basis that you're fat, you're ugly, you're going to be fat and ugly. That's the way you see yourself. That's the mirror that's in front of you. That's the imaginary mirror. Because when you say things, it comes right back. That's why positive affirmations are good. Tell yourself you're beautiful, you're successful, you're amazing, you are skinny, you're healthy, you're wonderful. These are things you tell yourself. And then as you tell yourself, that reflects back onto you, that comes to you. And then you don't worry about it. But if you continue down the road you're going on, you're going to be that vision that you say that you are. You're not allowing yourself to learn from you. Nobody wants to spend time with. We want to distract ourselves with music, the radio, the news, television. We cannot sit in an area to be alone with our thoughts. We can't. It's physically impossible for some of us. It takes work. Yeah. I challenge each and every one of you to go out away from everyone, away from society, brick your phone, go out in nature, camp, go rent a cabin, whatever. Just get away, put your phone away, get a journal, take a book with you if you want, but sit and be alone with yourself and ask yourself, is this what I really want? Is this who I really am? If you don't have these questions, you're never going to know. You're going to constantly be in the same situation you're in now. But if you start to work with yourself, then you can figure out what you need, what you want, what can help you lose the weight, what can help you cut sugar out, what can help you get a better job. Only you know. Only you know. You have the answers. Nobody can give them to you. But if you follow others, others are going to lead you down a wrong path. You have to invest in yourself, educate yourself, motivate yourself, coach yourself. Food, you can survive without food. I fast all the time. I don't eat much. When you eat shitty food, you become lethargic and your mind gets all filled. You're not thinking clearly. And that's where these negative beliefs come. That's where these toxic ideas come into your head. But if your mind is clear and your body is healthy, everything will come to you naturally. And you won't have to worry about anything anymore. You're getting to know yourself. You're understanding what you need. Now, it doesn't matter what anybody else needs from you. Get comfortable with you. If you're not comfortable with you, it won't work. Nothing will work for you. You're going to be in the same situation you've always been in. You're going to be doing the same thing you've always do. It's just going to waste away. It's living to exist. What's the point of that? You work all these hours to make money so you can have this wonderful lifestyle. Why not work all these hours mentally so you can have both? You can apply those brilliant ideas that are coming to you, rebuilding yourself, you're reprogramming yourself. You're taking all the stuff that you learned in school and you're not applying it. You're pushing it away, removing it. And all the stuff that you're telling yourself and you're holding on to it every day. But now it's a new day. It's a new journey. You're reborn every day. So you reteach yourself everything you learned the last day, which is why journaling is wonderful. What you did yesterday, you can reflect on it. And then you can use that. Or if you don't like journaling, voice record it. Just keep reminders. Let yourself know. You can be comfortable alone and not have to worry about anyone other than you. If you're not comfortable with you, then none of this works. I know. It's hard to sit alone with your thoughts because you want to play on your phone, you want to watch TV, you want to distract yourself, you want to listen to music. No. Be in the quiet. Isolate yourself. Why do I have anxiety? Well, why don't you ask yourself why you have anxiety? And I bet you'll get an answer. Because you only know you. Nobody else knows you. People figure you out as they get to know you, as they spend time with you. But for any answer to come into you, you have to ask it yourself. Because the answer is within you. You can do anything then. You can be anyone you want in another reality. It's just waiting for you. Everything is waiting for you. It's all there for you. God wants us to be successful. He wants us to have a lavish life. But if you're going to be a shitty person, then you're going to get shitty people around you. If you're going to be a kind person and intelligent, you're going to get wonderful people. And that's when you start building communities. People that are like-minded, just like you. Stop chasing the rat race. The money's not yours anyways. Why does it matter? It's the bank's. Do you think you're going to work for a paycheck? You're not going to work for a paycheck. You're going to work. That's it. The money you have is not yours. It never will be. They're printing it all the time. It doesn't matter. So do something for you. People that are homeless can find their way out of poverty. Anyone can find their way out of their reality. You have to change who you are, though. It's hard. I do it every day. I have to relive the life I lived yesterday. I have to remind myself who I am. That's the way it is. It's work. It's constant work. It's constant reminder. Just know fear is going to try to challenge you. Anxiety is going to challenge you. Depression is going to challenge you. It's going to be a constant. It's a battle. It's an exhausting battle, but you reap what you sow. We all signed up for this when we came here, but we didn't see it because the veil was put over our face. And now we've been programmed to think that we can not be anything we want. Imagine when we were kids, we wanted to be an astronaut, we wanted to be this, we wanted to be that. What did they tell us in school? Nope. What kind of job do you want? What are you going to do? Not like, what do you want to be when you grow up? So what kind of job are you going to do? Right there, we were starting to get it into our brains that we needed to go to work 9 to 5 and struggle and then basically fight for our money and protest and all this battling amongst each other and dividing each other, making each other hate each other. You don't hate the other person. You hate yourself. Get it? Until you figure you out, yeah, you're going to hate people. But the people you're hating, they're not actually the people. They're you. You're hating yourself. You're telling yourself that they're evil. You're telling yourself that they're trying to hurt people. No, you are. You're hurting yourself. You're doing it all to yourself. Look directly in the mirror and tell me if you don't see that. Tell me if these ideas don't cloud your mind because you were told this. Like words even. Like we are influencing each other even. We direct each other. But when we stop listening to what others think and we listen to what we think, then we stay away from the bullshit. We stay away from the drama. We distance ourselves. We don't want to fight people. We don't want to argue people. We want to show people respect. We want to show people love because that's the whole point. We're here for respect and love. We're here to raise each other's vibrations. We're here to help each other out. We're here to build communities. But we're so against each other now because of the manipulation, the brainwashing, the bullshit that we were taught. It divided us. Everything's done on purpose. Basically, you're a slave. You don't realize you're a slave because you don't see the chains. And you're working every day, or not every day, maybe 5 days a week for a year. Okay. You think about like back in the early days where people were working for others, and they only work 365 days a year. And then the rest, they were free. Now we work 5 days a week, sometimes 7 if you work in the oil field. You work 7 days a week. You work every day in the oil field. You're working to save all this money. You're working to make all this, but really you're not saving anything because you owe everything that you buy. You owe for it. Interest. You don't actually own it. You don't own anything. You don't own the land. You don't own the vehicle you drive. You don't own the house you have. You don't own anything. None of it's yours. They can take it from you whenever they want. That's the way it works. It's like the money you own. Money you think you own, you don't own money. Banks own the money. You don't own it. You don't own fuck all. You have nothing. So why are you working for nothing? Because you're brainwashed, you're manipulated. And they planted all these wonderful seeds in your head. And it took years for this to happen. It took years for it to sink in. And now it's like you're stuck. You're chaos and confused. Wait till it's coming. The shift is coming. Prepare for it. Everyone prepare. The shift is coming. Mark my words. You're going to have to face yourself. You have no choice in the matter. Stop drinking alcohol. Stop doing drugs because they're not doing anything. They're just temporary. Instant gratification. Dopamine. And stop scrolling constantly. Start educating yourself. Start reading books. Even if you're watching social media, watch something that's educational. Don't watch people getting blown to bits or that's just numbifying your mind. That's just feeding you garbage. People you're around, distance themselves if they're causing grief, if they're causing drama. Be around people who are like-minded, positive, and want to see you succeed, want to see you achieve greatness, want to love you unconditionally. Find that person. If it's not a partner, find a friend. Network. Build relationships. It's not about money anymore. It's about networking, relationships, and building communities. That's what the world's going to be soon. As soon as AI is fully operational, you're going to have to get to know your neighbors again. Stop being afraid of them. Stop being afraid of everyone. Biohack your body. Learn to heal your body. Learn to understand your body. Learn to understand what your body wants. If your body doesn't want Wendy's or McDonald's, then don't give it Wendy's or McDonald's. Then you're not reaching for Tums, then you're not reaching for Prevacid. What they're doing, those drugs, they're eating away at your heart. I know because I used to take that crap, and I noticed it was starting to eat away at my heart, so I stopped. I cleansed my body. I took control of me. Take control of you. Go and enjoy your life. I love each and every one of you.